Yo, what is cracking, everybody? Thursday, we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of y'all have had a long, tough week, but you can take solace in knowing that you get to hang out, turn your brain off for a second, and dig knee deep into this geek-ish show. Hello, nerds, and welcome to GeekBeast. This is your rundown of geek news from geeks that looks like me, geeks that look like you, and geeks that look like this absolutely stunning, handsome individual to the left and or right of me, the Black Lion himself. Yo, Chuck, man, tell the people what's cracking.
Not much. I'm up here just standing handsomely. Just standing handsomely. You know what I'm saying? Just do my handsome stand. Don't judge me.
Hey, man.
I won't judge you because I don't wear a robe.
He's so purdy. Hey, listen, if you're new to the show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions with you. Yo, we are a podcast of people of color who just enjoy, this geek sandbox. I am your host, Sintel, and we're just going to be going back and forth. That's right. Big shout outs to the Funk for curating this list. I added one thing to it. You know how somebody makes a masterpiece and they don't want nobody touching it. I feel like that every time we get our news sheet. He has it all set up and listed and everything. And here I come, like throwing, my little random brush stroke. And be like, no, you see, it was perfect. Why would you absolutely do that, man? I just want you to know I do appreciate all that hard work that you do. Speaking of hard work that nobody really appreciates, listen, man, I don't know if we need to necessarily worry about the T1000s taking over. It could be your neighbor because this Neuralink technology that's been coming around that's supposed to connect us a little bit closer to the machines has shown its first sign of going terribly wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, my man Elon Musk, somebody please get a hold of this dude because he's over here killing monkeys in the name of science.
Boy. I just want to know why Peter ain't at his door right now. You beat me to it. They out here threatening Nicki Minaj when she ain't even wearing leather or she ain't even wearing furs. They're like, you wore furs in the past, Nicki Minaj, we hate you. This man put a microchip in a monkey's head and y'all ain't said nothing for a year. For a year. He put it on TV 2 years ago. Hey, I got a microchip in this monkey's head. I didn't hear Peter say one word. They just bowed down.
Yo, big facts. All right, listen, let me give you a little bit more clarity to everybody listening. So Elon Musk's has an implant company called Neuralink, right? And his aim is to enable brains to connect and communicate with computers. And he's acknowledged that a monkey has died as a part of its testing procedure, but denies allegations of animal cruelty. All right. So Elon has been going on every talk show that you could possibly think of, talking about how AI is the war for AI is officially over. The machines have already won. And the only thing that we can do to kind of like bridge the gap is to kind of submit and allow our minds to passively neurally link to the AI. And the best way to do that in avoid confrontation is using technology such as the Neuralink. Yo, that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel, man. Now that monkeys have shed blood, are we still on board?
This is how Caesar was born. This is how effing Caesar was born. We all saw the movie Planet of the Apes. Yep. You put a microchip on a monkey, and then it's doing chess, and then it's killing all of humanity. And this is, man, Elon's running amok. This is what happens when you're born rich and nobody's never told you no. He's never heard the word no. Like, nah, maybe you shouldn't do that, Elon. Maybe you shouldn't do that. I don't think anybody's ever told the man no.
I think you're right, man. I think you're right. Listen, as other great fallen apes, rest in peace, Harambe. Yo, I don't want Peter coming over here trying to boycott us for making these horrible animal jokes. Yo, Harambe took a L and everybody lost their minds over the gorilla that was killed for what was it? I mean, what they kill Harambe for?
Because a child fell into the pit.
That's right. That's what it was. That's right. A child fell into the animal enclosure.
But they okay with Elon putting a microchip in a monkey's head 3 years ago, and the monkey finally died.
Yo, Elon.
These Peter people, they killing me, dog. They out here killing me in the streets.
Yo, you don't
got no love for Peter right now. No love. It's bad enough they went to Rwanda during the genocide to protect some rhinoceros poaching when people were getting their arms and legs cut, their arms and feet cut off. They didn't do nothing. Get out of here, Peter. You fake Peter. You ain't real. I got Elon. He probably send the monkeys up in rockets with chips in their head. They gone to Mars. They're gonna come back to kill us all. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, I'm willing to bet that this is just the first monkey that they have openly admitted that is passed. Because if this one died, there's probably more than likely been a few more. But also let's be clear too, because I don't want to sound like I'm only on alleviating animal cruelty, which I am a part of. I don't think animals should be jacked up for the sake of being jacked up. But I am also personally a firm believer that sometimes animal testing is done so that we don't do human testing that meet with the same demise. So they do serve a purpose.
Yeah, they do serve a purpose. It does.
Right.
But we don't have to put no microchips in no animal's head because no human wants a microchip in their head.
I mean,
nobody wants to be a mod from Star Wars. We saw what the mods did. So you can do a 360 turnaround and shoot your gun out. Nobody wants that. Don't you start with me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you say that.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna leave it alone, man. I'm gonna leave it alone. I just want the monkey's name to be released so that we can have that Fight Club moment when they're like, his name is Robert Paulson.
That's his damn name.
His name is Bubbles McDougan. His name is Bubbles McDougan.
No, it would be funny if his name was Michael Jackson, though.
Oh, it wouldn't be surprised, Hey, damn. Yo, have you seen pictures of Bubbles? Like, I think Bubbles is still alive. You see pictures of how big Bubbles is? In case you don't know, in the 80s, Michael
Jackson ain't starving him no more.
Michael Jackson had a chimp, a little baby chimp that he used to dress up like a little child, had, diapers and stuff. And everything, take it everywhere. It was absolutely adorable. But what people forget is that adult chimps don't look like that.
They don't. They don't.
And Bubbles grew up, man, and Bubbles became a problem.
Maybe Bubbles never did because Michael Jackson would trade him out for a new Bubbles every 3 years. Ooh,
he's on Bubbles. Bubbles 6.0. Yeah. Bubbles isn't cute anymore. I want another.
I mean, Michael Jackson was going through a Vegas store just buying up everything in the store. Send me 2 of those. Grab 2 of those. They'd be like, where are you putting this stuff, Michael? He's like, I don't know. I pay people to figure that out.
It's not my problem. Yo, we have gone all the way off the reservation, ladies and gentlemen. We got to come back. We got to come back.
Okay. I got some news for you.
What's up? Hit me with it.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, Stranger Things, because he stranges all outdoors.
That's a really good segue.
4th and penultimate season is being split into 2 seasons. So each Stranger Things season so far has been featured with 8 episodes or 9 episodes. But according to the series co-creators, Matt and Ross Duffer, the coming 4th season is going to be a little different as it starts to bring the story of Eleven and her friends to an impending close. Today, Netflix has shared an open letter from the Duffer brothers detailing the elements of Stranger Things 4th season, which they described as being the beginning of the end. So, because of the 4 seasons runtime, the Duffer Brothers and Netflix ultimately landed on the decision to split it into 2 volumes, consisting of 9 episodes that will apparently be far longer than you've ever seen from Stranger Things. So they're going to make.
Hold on. So is it 9 total for the 2 seasons, or is it 9 per season?
2 seasons.
Oh,
Some of the episodes are an hour and a half.
Okay. Wow.
Netflix realizes they're trying to milk this thing as much as possible because this could be the ending. It better not be the ending like they gave us Game of Thrones when they split it in half.
I mean, I don't put nothing out of that.
Because my thing is this, right? Because they went on total reservations after season 1. So every season was supposed to be a different story in that world of Stranger Things. They just, those kids, lovable kids, they latched on to them and made 2 extra seasons with those kids.
Well, I mean, you also gotta move kind of quick too, because they ain't kids no more. Them kids look like adults.
I know.
Yeah, like they grown. They're grown.
Like what's the name? Billy Ray Robertson, whatever her name is. 11.
yeah. Like she's
I see. She's Alona Holmes now. She's not 11 no more. She's
listen. This is how old she is. Like Drake's been checking her out. Like that, he ain't checking out a little girl. He's checking out a grown woman now.
Girl, we're gonna talk to Drake about him checking out a little girl. Drake,
like Drake, and chill out, man.
He's New R. Kelly. I go to McDonald's and get inspired to write my music.
Oh man, yo, the kid that's got the curly black hair, the one that was in Ghostbusters, he looked big in Ghostbusters. And I was like, dang man, is that? I was like, that's the Stranger Things
Yeah,
kid.
they
Damn, he
they they
getting
they
big.
grow up quick, man. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what happens in puberty.
yeah.
That's what
So
happens in
I wonder,
puberty.
but you think the story is gonna like the whimsicalness of it and the youthfulness of it all, the thing that we
It's all
loved and
gone. That's
enjoyed in
gone away.
seasons
That's
1
gone
and
away.
2? Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
it's
say,
gone.
I think it's
Season 3, they
probably
didn't
gone, right?
have that. They were teenagers that you didn't want to be around.
Yeah, obnoxious teenagers.
Yeah, so now they're going to be on their way to college, I guess.
Oh man, how does that even gonna work?
Who
I'm still on
cares?
board though. Are you still gonna watch it?
We're gonna watch
Yeah, of
it.
course you're
Yeah,
gonna watch it,
we're gonna
man.
watch it. We probably have to cover it for binge worthy. Who knows? But
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care to see them pubescent kids anymore. I want to see some college kids ready to kill each other because somebody got their heart broken and they ready to do
Yeah.
a cat.
Oh, yeah, you get old enough, you start catching bodies. But listen, you know who was able to transition the kids getting older really well was Harry Potter. So
Yeah,
it's
they did.
possible. It's possible.
Well, Harry Potter had 7 books to go with it too.
That's very true as well. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
argue any of that.
And speaking of kids,
Mhm.
The Boys Diabolical trailer came out. Did you check it out?
I did, man. I did. It had sense of Animatrix and it had sense of Star Wars Visions, regarding like it being like a conglomerate kind of thing going on with a lot of different
Yeah, it's
pieces.
interesting. It's an anthology series, right? So they
Right,
came up and said,
right.
"Hey, we're dropping these episodes, these hot 12 to 14-minute episodes, 8 of them, and we're
Mm,
going to make them hot about the boys." So I'm quite excited about that. And they're made
yeah.
by none other than Titmouse, which is a really good
Mm,
animation studio that brought us the Midnight Gospel on Netflix, which is amazing.
mm.
Paramount Plus is Star Trek Lower Decks, which is dope.
I hear Loki is good. I hear that's good. I haven't seen it, but I
Loki's
hear it's
good.
good.
They did
Mm.
Hulu's Animaniacs reboot. They did that. They did
That was okay.
Invincible too. They did Critical Role
Mwah.
3, The Legend of Vox Machina. I think Titmouse has said
Really?
we're the streaming anime powerhouse.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, they
Um.
tell you they make cartoons, baby. They're like, we make cartoons. That's what we
So
do.
okay. So we're noticing like this trend, right, of anthology types of animation chunks. Is that going to be a new
Hmm.
trend? Because we saw Love, Death, and Robots do it. We saw the Animatrix do it. We saw Star Wars Visions do it, and now this is next on block.
Hmm.
Um. Give me some pros and cons for that, man. What's the good and the bad of that?
About anthology sister series.
Yeah.
It's outside the universe, so you're not gonna get. Oh, you'll get a better understanding of the universe, but you won't get added to any of that story. So I understand that. Plus, since Titmouse is doing it, hopefully that you get a lot of variations in art styles. Titmouse has
Mhm.
like 3 or 4 styles on lock.
Okay.
Shout out to Chris and Shannon. Those are my homies. They're the founders of Titmouse.
Mhm.
And hopefully it grows from there. You know what I'm saying? So this is quite exciting that they're able to do this. They have an all-star cast, writing cast, which is interesting.
Okay. Well,
You
talk to me
know,
about that.
they have Aquafina as a writer, Andy Samberg as a writer, Seth Rogen as a writer. So we know Seth can write.
Hmm.
Evan Goldberg as a writer.
All right.
Simon Rapacchio. Then Archer's Aisha Tyler as a writer, and then they have Justin Roland in
Oh,
here.
Aisha Tyler from
Archer.
Archer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Okay. I
They
didn't know
have
she
all
had
these people
writing
not
chops
only
like that.
writing,
Okay.
they're actually doing voice cast work too. So that's even more. They got Ayanna Glazer as a writer, Elliot Glazer as a writer. Man, they
Wow.
got a power. It's gonna be comedy. They have hired a lot of comedy writers to come in and say, make this funny. So I expect it to be very dark humor and
Right.
off the wall. And you have Justin Roiland, so I'm thinking it's definitely going to be on the same level as Rick and Morty. I think it's going to be on
Well,
that
that's
level.
Well, that's good, man, because it needs to be relatively close to the source material, right?
Oh
And if
yeah,
you've seen the boys or read the comics are super dark, super dark, and of course, like the show that's on Amazon is beloved for its dark humor and over the top ultra violence. So if they
yes,
did steer and veer away from that wouldn't be a good look.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be like raw comedy, just raw, unadulterated comedy.
All right. So I'm looking at what March 4th. That's definitely
Yeah,
uh right around the corner. Um
yeah.
this is not going to be for your children. This is not
Not at
children's
all. Not at
viewing,
all.
you know.
I mean, can we say we're beyond that now, where cartoons are just for children? I mean, I think having 20 years of anime on
Right.
Cartoon Network
Right.
should fix that. You know what I'm saying? Like Disney cartoons since the 40s have not really been for children. They kill a parent in an open scene in most of those cartoons.
Right. No, but I'm just saying that because if you do yourself a favor, and you should check out the trailer. You'll see some weird
Yeah.
imagery that might convince you that it may be for children, like a baby walking around the city, crawling around the city, even though you have no idea that it's a murder baby. But that's a part of the dark humor that we're talking about. You know, this baby with laser eyes going around gutting
Yeah.
people. But
Yeah.
but you know what could be for kids, and it is a throwback to our age group as well. And I've been hearing talks about DC bringing back arguably the wackest comic book duo of all time, the Wonder Twins. You remember them? One could turn only into water products, and the other would turn into animals. And then they had like a weird monkey that used to follow them all over the place.
Yeah.
Named Gleek. I think the monkey's name was Gleek or something.
Gleek. Yeah. It was Gleek. You know,
so the project
connect.
Wonder Twins power activate. That's what it was. They had the little rings.
Activate.
And it was like form of bucket of water. And like that's all you got. Water you could turn into
water. Yeah, that's what you turn
a
into.
glass of water.
All water.
That's your superpower.
They debuted in 1977. They didn't even have a comic book. They just threw them on a cartoon. Because you know what happened? Because in the 70s and 80s, people were smoking and running lines of coke. Hunter S. Thompson was like, "Yo, I got an idea for this superhero.
I got this idea.
You know, we're gonna make them kind of Asian, Polynesian, brown skin, kind of looking like pretty. They're gonna be in some cat suits, and one's gonna be all about water, and one's gonna be all about animals." And the other turned to the head writer. I was like, "That sounds amazing. The kids will love it.
Brilliant, man.
Kids love water, and kids love animals."
Give me some more of that ayahuasca or whatever. Pass some shrooms over. Give me that LCD. LSD.
LSD. I mean, they had a comic book. They did have a show called H&R Puffin Stuff.
Oh, golly, trash. Listen, I remember them because I used to watch.
That show's amazing. I went back and watched it. It was like, yo, this show's brilliant.
Not doing it.
Go back and watch it. It is a brilliant show.
I did go back and I didn't go back. I do remember as a kid the Justice League cartoon, the old 80s Justice League cartoon. And I remember them being a part of the Justice League. And even back then as a kid, I'm like, it must be real easy to get into the Justice League. That audition was simple. They was like, show me your power. I'm a bucket of water. And they're like, you're in. I don't like what?
So weird.
And the ridiculous monkey named Gleek that does absolutely nothing. Well, anyways, oh yeah, in case you were wondering, the Wonder Twins are a pair of siblings named Zan and Jaina with the power to transform into any state of water or animal. After touching their hands together and shouting, Wonder Twins power activate. I can't believe they're actually doing this. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping it's like tongue in cheek, right? I'm hoping they're not really trying to make this like a serious IP and they make it like super jokey because that's a terrible.
Man, I want this to be serious, jokey. I want them to be tongue in cheek, run with it, go hard. Man, matter of fact, I don't want this to be for kids. I want this to be straight for adults. I want them to be very upset about their powers, like in the World of Titans, and be like, we gotta go get some real superheroes, and they're not treating us right.
They get kicked out of the Justice League for being useless.
Man,
and they have to go be citizens.
See how far this goes off the rails. They should go all out for this. This should be on the same level as Doom Patrol.
Oh gosh, Doom Patrol is good though.
Yeah, this should be good.
Serious. It's serious and good though.
None of those heroes in Doom Patrol, none of these characters in Doom Patrol are they're on the same level as the Wonder Twins, and they made it good. It's kind of like having Iron Man as your kickoff character to a universe. You know, he's running the mill. They're running the mill people. One turns into water products, and the other one turns into an animal. But if you turn into water, they use you to bathe your brother because he's a smelly gorilla.
Oh yeah, no, they probably wash Gleek with him. You know, it's like, it's Gleek's washing time. Don't worry, we gotta spray you under Gleek's balls. Don't worry, you'll be all right. now
I
you
wonder,
smell like monkey
but I guess
balls.
they changed their powers. They just changed their powers, you know. They never made a comic book really about the Wonder Twins outside of the cartoon era. So,
well, maybe they could do something to make them good, make them dope, like turn them into kind of like a water bender. You know, like he starts doing blood bending or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, make one turn into animals, another one turn into something else. I don't know, humans. I don't know. Like, make it fun, make it real fun. Oh man, speaking of interesting things and combos.
All right,
you know what's up? You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? Magic the Gathering is coming out with another secret layer set of cards. But they do that normally, right? They did Arcane.
I was about to say
they did Arcane. I missed out by accident. I waited. I was a day short, $1 late and a day short. But they doing it with Street Fighter, son. Street Fighter. They about to drop these Street Fighter cards. You gonna get them?
Magic the Gathering is the Legos of tabletop card games. Whatever the new hot thing is, they're gonna be like, you know what, we could make some cards off of that. I'm surprised they haven't made a Sopranos gangster card set to go with it. You name it, they'll roll it. It doesn't surprise me that they're gonna do Street Fighter to go along with Magic with their card games. I don't think I'm gonna get it though. I'm not a tabletop card player. So, but I respect it. It's just, it's just not my particular jam. You grabbed them. How do they look? How's the art?
They haven't showed the art yet. I'm looking right now. They haven't showed the art. They said, hey, we just got this coming. Let y'all know this is what we doing. We out here in these streets. Y'all coming in or not? You know, they ain't showed the art yet. They showed like there's a picture of Chun-Li, but that's from Capcom. They ain't showing these cards yet. They're like, hey, we made an announcement. Let y'all know these Street Fighter cards are coming.
Well, I mean,
y'all ready for it? Are y'all ready?
We all know that, you know, Chun-Li is probably going to be one of the top cards to get because, you know,
man, you have to buy the whole set, man.
She's an icon. And Ryu,
yeah.
So I'm excited. How many cards do you get? I wonder. I'm just like whole thing of it. Like, and can you play those cards along with other Magic Gathering cards, or are they just novelty gifts?
Oh, you can play Magic the Gathering cards. You can mix your cards together.
Man, you imagine using your cards in a serious game to Zangief. That's a very niche thing, man. I'm more interested in what they're going to come up with regarding like their next card set. You know, like a G.I. Joe one coming up or Transformers coming around the corner.
Nah, man. I think they probably already done. Did they release the art?
The art is out.
Oh, whoa! They got.
Oh, I do see him.
Okay.
The art's not bad actually. The art's actually kind of cool, man. I like the one for E Honda. That was kind of dope, and the one for Dawson looks kind of dope too.
Okay.
All right, bet. I mean, I don't know if it's still enough to convince me to buy them, even for nostalgic sake. I'm curious. Are Magic the Gathering cards like Legos in terms of going up in value for rare decks?
Yes. Okay. Yes, but people don't buy the card just for art. These art novelty cards, they usually keep them. There's no rarity to them except when they launch. Because what they do is they do secret layer and they out for a limited time. You get them, you don't, and then they're gone for good.
Well, I mean, do you play? Have you played?
Magic the Gathering? No, I've owned cards though. I own cards.
Okay.
So they had the card set, $49.99 for the foil, $39.99 for the number, and then you get the bundle, the super drops. And the super drop is like $428. And then there's another full of foil bundle that's $274. The super drop is the foil and non-foil. Then there's non-foil cards that are $188, and then there's the showcase neon dynasty cards, which are $49.99.
Well, you've heard it here first. If it's like Legos or anything like that, you probably want to jump on it really quick because they will probably be gone fast. Kind of like kind of like Ava DuVernay. Spotify's been catching jabs, right hooks, uppercuts, body blows, body slams. People have been jumping ship, and Ava DuVernay is the next name added to that list. Her Array project has pulled out of Spotify, and just like Neil Young and Joni Mitchell and NDRE, Ava DuVernay's Array is no longer doing business with Spotify. So more than a year after the activist Oscar nominees Phil Collective inked a first look deal with the music and podcast streamer, a spokesperson for Array has confirmed the plug has been pulled. Man, even though Array had set the Leap Files podcast as its inaugural offering with Spotify, no actual projects had made it to the streaming platforms yet. Yo, man, they are just losing folks over and over again. And you're wondering why, having forked out $100 million for exclusive rights to the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, Spotify has added some warning labels and other platitudes and other controversies regarding their support of Rogan and some of the crazy stuff that he's been saying. Everything from saying malicious things towards people of color by using the N-word. I think they dropped like 110 episodes of his show where he's dropping bombs like it's like he's a part of the culture, and even disparaging things, debunking and spreading false information regarding COVID. So people have been jumping ship. Ava's on that list. Is this trend going to continue? I feel like it's going to continue.
It's going to continue. I mean, people can constantly leave. It's so funny that they knew he said the N-word 100 something episodes. They knew this, kept him online, didn't say nothing to him. And then everybody's like, oh, y'all want to cancel him over having some scientists, wacko scientists, and some people that don't believe in COVID and don't believe in the mask mandate, but y'all won't drop him when he's being racist or he says something in lieu of racism. Y'all didn't want to say that. Y'all kept him on the show for that. Come on. Yeah. And so I think at the end of the day is Spotify backed that horse. They are a European company that has very few people of color in it. They're probably going to ride this horse all the way out because they figure at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Rogan has enough people listening to him that they can afford to lose anybody you want to lose. And the hard thing about Spotify is you can't just cancel the service online. You got to call customer service. And apparently they're diverting people away from customer service. Right?
Well,
so you call customer service and they can't cancel you. You don't even get through to them. So they figure you'll quit first before you get the customer service. Because, people ain't got time for that.
That's some asshole shit. Sorry. No, we try to try and keep it PG-13, but that's some jerk stuff. But the best way to deal with those kind of people when they have that corporate mindset, when they don't care about who it hurts and all they care about the bottom line, is to hit their bottom line. And Spotify shares dipped today in a market slump, closing at $159 a share, which is near a 52-week low. Hit recently, and that is because of the Joe Rogan debacle. And to compare how big of a drop that is, that's considered to be like really, really down when the stock's high was nearly $390 per share in early 2021. So, we're hitting them where it counts. They don't want to pay attention to what you got to say. They'll pay attention to how that comma shifts on their payouts. We're getting close to the end of the show, man. It's like around man. 1 more minute. Unless you have one more little quick thing you want to drop, we can.
Anything else I want to drop? Let me check.
You're good. Yo, okay. I heard a quick little small thing. If you didn't have anything,
go ahead.
So Peloton has been in hot water. Companies like switching management, all kinds of stuff. They've been losing money, got all kind of bikes stuck in the warehouse. But there was a bit of information regarding them trying to gamify the experience. Is that going to be enough to keep people there? Like, would you hop on a Peloton if you know that you're, riding, trying to get, unlock achievements? And
if I had a Peloton, that would make me excited.
That make you excited.
But since I don't have a Peloton, it does not make me excited. You know what's gonna make me excited about Peloton? Them having these warehouses full of bikes they can never ever sell unless they make it half price and give me 6 months membership for free.
Hey man, you could have got a free year's worth of membership if you worked there and got laid off. That's how they said peace out to some of their employees. They gave them a free
like
year's membership.
2000.
That's like,
from the,
yeah, you're fired. You don't have a job, but
they put a factory in the middle of America. It's like, yeah, we're doing a moving American company. Yeah, we're bringing back production here. We're gonna drop like 40,000 bikes because somewhere in the world they're gonna buy these bikes because people can't get in them. People have 2 Pelotons in their house. They're gonna be face to face.
People do. Yeah, people really do have 2 Pelotons in their home. But when it was at its craziest, that's people were actually doing that. But we're past that.
Yeah. So I think when Amazon buys them and there's a fire sale on the Amazon dealer today on the third off Peloton bikes to get rid of the old bikes so they can make a new type of bike that has Alexa built into it. That's when you're gonna see it. That's when you're gonna see it.
Oh, all right. Yo, that's a good way to kind of close that bad boy. You got one more thing, Boss Man?
Nah. I mean, I want a Peloton, but I just don't want to keep paying into it. I like to buy something one time and don't have to buy it again.
Boy, I know you are not talking that issues as many platform subscriptions that you constantly shell out money to.
That's different. That's different.
No,
that's
it ain't
exercise equipment. That's not exercise equipment.
People do the same thing for gym memberships. It's the same thing.
No, they don't buy. You don't buy equipment in the gym. You're renting the equipment in the gym.
You pay a monthly subscription to use the equipment in those gyms.
My gym membership's cheaper than Peloton. My gym membership is $19.95 a month. Peloton's more than that. Peloton, I got more equipment in the gym and better eye candy at the end of the day.
Well, I'm gonna let you sit there and blow that smoke up my behind, but I ain't buying it. Yo, that is going to conclude the news segment of our show today. Yo, thank you so much for tuning in. A big shout out to Digital Click for making us look absolutely incredible. Yo, you see the graphic design surrounding us. Yo, that is Digital Click. You can use that. You should be using that type of graphical interface and graphical design for your small business, even your corporate business as well. Yo, hit them up. Digital Click is the way to go. Hey, if you are catching us on Restream and you want to take us on the go for your walks or listen to us while you're stuck in traffic, check us out on podcast form as well. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much any kind of podcast and platform you can think of. You can catch your daily rundown of me and Chuck. Hey, also, if you happen to be watching this on another format outside of YouTube, you can catch us on YouTube at / The Geekish Network and also / The Geekish Network on Facebook as well. Twitch stream, if you're an old school head, old heads, what's up? Thank you for maintaining with us. Twitch is still up. We're going to be running game streams, charity streams, cooking streams, and who knows what other kind of experimental cool things that we will be putting up on Twitch. If you want to be a part of the fun and you already are a part of Amazon Prime, half the battle's already done. You can link to that account using your Amazon Prime subscription. It's going to be considered on the Prime Gaming. It costs you nothing, but it helps us out tremendously. Of course, the absolute best thing you can do, click those thumbs up if you're on this platform and post us, share us on your social medias and let everybody know that you're hanging out with some really cool cats that talk that ish. My man Chuck, good looking out, fam. I just love working with you. Rodney, the voice in the sky, the other co-producer. Big hat tip to you as well, Defunk, who creates all of our content. Much appreciated, my brother. Anything else I want to say to the happy people? I'll go ahead and pass this mic to you, boss man. What's going on?
Man, I was going to tell everybody, thank you for tuning in as always. We hope to have you come in here. And since we're going to be on the podcast networks, I'm about to go into my sexy radio voice.
No, listen, look at him. Look at it.
I'm going forward.
Show you right.
Show you right. Welcome to GeekBeast Hour, where you can be the best beast while you're geeking. Let me stop. Thank you for tuning in as always, and y'all have a beautiful night. Peace.
We out.